So guys, in this part I'm going to show you how you can put some effect inside of your game. For example, when you go to the new scene, you want that just doesn't want to go directly there. Maybe you want to have some delay and then going to the next level, or make it the skin to become black and then back to normal. So for doing that, for example, here we made a window. If you remember, we could found that going to the main menu. Here I'm going to add, I think it was fade screen. I'm going to use it and bring it. So before we are going to load to the new scene, we say, okay, fade to this part. And then go to main menu. So the color is also black. And you see, if I'm going to do that, we are going to the main menu, but the black skin still stay. It still have this black skin. So we can do something like here again, duplicate it. This time we make the target alpha to become a 0. So now if I'm going there, I'm becoming back to normal again. And then going back to the new thing. So you can use this effect when you want to pick some items. So for example, or cutting this rope here, so that it doesn't just jumping from scene, picture to picture. So you can make this effect so that I see in some games they use this effect. So because they don't have animation, they use this effect to cut, for example, something, or pick something, or do some actions. Or you can also use that. I'm going to delete that. We are going to the main menu. If you want to have the one, so let's save it. Here I'm going at start. When the game is started, we want also add fade screen. I'm going to bring it up here, and then I want it to become the alpha to become a 0. That means from each scene that you coming to that scene, we are going back to normal. So you can use that in every scene, so that when you are have a black screen, when the next scene begin, you are coming back to normal screen. So you can change the duration maybe 2. So now let me show you. There's also some other that you can change how you want to back to normal. Let's go back to level 1. And as you see, you didn't just jump to the new scene, and I think it looks more better. So I think this effect looks more better when you want to go to the new scene, or to new places. So, and now the next beautiful effect that also you can use is, for example, when you want to pick an item. So let's first remove our loading. I want to disable this loading stuff. I don't want to load them. Maybe this one as well, load variable. So I already disabled that. Okay. So next here, so we are not going to load the variable, the bool value. So we are not going to to able to use to not use them. So now when we are going to start game, we should have everything's back to normal, like a new game. For testing, I need to just disable them to show that this effect. So for this effect, we need to create something. For example, here inside of the tools, you are going to focus and you are going to create a view. I'm going to rename it view all screen. Okay, and when we are back to scene, you see this screen here. I'm going to make it big as the size of our background. So you can just change the aspect. I'm going to make it a landscape, I think. And this one, or so you need to adjust that because I want to make bigger X. So like that. And from the Y, we need to that's a little bit challenging. So I don't know why it doesn't let me to do that. Let's see there. So I'm going to say this is the whole view of our scene. So now I'm going to make another one. Let's create a new view. And this one, we can call it view wormhole. Make it to the size of our wormhole. Again, landscape. I need to make the X become bigger. So, like that. So now, when we want to pick that, when we want to have the view to this one, and after that we want back to normal. It is useful when you want to have some, for example, animation, a motor running, or an object you use and it's now working, the mechanism. So you can use this effect, and it's a really nice effect. So now let's go inside of our flowchart to wormhole. So item. I think that was wormhole. Yeah. Here I'm going to just click fade to view, bring it up. As soon as say, hey, I can use that, or maybe we can bring it up. I don't know if here it's also working or not. Target view, I'm going to make view wormhole. And as soon as we pick it, so we need to duplicate it again, bring it down, this one. As soon as we deactivate it, we need to back to, again, normal one. So view all the screen. So let's see how it look like. So and we back to normal. but you just need to adjust it so that you don't see this black background. So let's back to the screen. So as you see, the all skin doesn't match, that's why. So for matching it, you need to first, for example, here, make this one a little bit bigger. And then from the top, you are going, okay, I want to have more view of this side, like that. And let's change it at the middle. So like, exactly like that, yeah. See, now we have the whole view and of our whole screen. And we have that. So, but you see that we didn't see the text. Maybe it was better you use it under that when he's going to talk. So now let's test it again. Hey, I think I can use it later. And back to normal. So just still we have these black things. We need to work on that to work it better actually. And still I'm wondering why it showed that. So we can also use this effect for the characters as well. Let's create another 2-1. I'm going to rename it view garbage. So now I'm going to disable these two to not see them. So now I'm going to bring it to garbage, to the size of garbage when you want to talk to here. Let's change this one at portrait and make it big. I think that's portrait will be that. So and then another one for valley. And put it there. So now when we are going inside of our talk flowchart, for example, if this one that we have, so for one, so we can use fade to view, or we can also use move to view or fade to view. Both of them is also the same. Let's make the first one to fade and the second one to move. So first, when we want to talk to Guybrush, we can use the Guybrush and then duplicate that for the valley. Before we are going to talk to valley, we want to move the camera to our valley. Now let's make so move to view to see how is it so make it different. Here this time you are going to Guybrush and again to duplicate this one for valley. So now let's test our viewpoint. What is the difference between them? We use this one, so we need to choose the second menu. And as you see, that we move between two character in different way. So it is look like, so you are focused on that person that you want to talk at that moment. So that's also a nice effect if you want to use with a fade or move. So, but don't forget, always we need to back to normal. That means as soon as we finish our talking, we can use the here. I'm going to view all again. So now you see that after our talk is finished, we will back to normal view. And we back to normal, so normal page. So, but you just need to adjust the view. So maybe, so your character is also moving, maybe you need to attach that to your player, that is move also as well to your player. Because right now, if we are playing, we have that view at the same position. You see, when I'm moving the guybrush, the view is still there. You see that the view is still there and doesn't moving. And when we talk to Valley in the different position, we cannot see our guybrush in that viewpoint. So to avoid that, we can bring it to our player, but I am going to say when you bring it to just player, because a player is the holder, doesn't do anything. So you just need to be careful. You bring that viewpoint to where you are going to move your player. You see that nothing is happened, but if you move that view guybrush at under the player sprite, become a child of player sprite, then it's also going to move with guybrush. And you have always the movement of guybrush. For example, here if you want the guybrush at this point say something, then you have so the near view of him, and always is changing with with the movement of guybrush. So I think also that's also a really nice effect if you want to use it. So we are done with the course, and so you now almost know everything that how you can make a adventure game like Monkey Island. So in the Monkey Island there is a lot of animation. They use a lot of animation. For example, the talking animation, uh, animation of the objects, and also for dialogue system you can work on it. You can make a really so complicated dialogue system. For example, here you say, okay, if it's yes, then give this block. For example, if it's yes, or just no, answer is no, just then go if yes. You can make, for example, again, a duplicated, give an item. If no, don't give item. You can make a really connect that to your chat with so Valley and like a so real life. So you ask a question. If the question is yes, then you can so give an item. If no, so you don't give an item. You can also use the if statement. If you have this item, you can suggest him to get this item, and then you also get something from him. So you can really play with this conversation, make amazing so conversation from it, and make your game more and more interesting and so enjoyable. So I try to teach you as much as possible, and if there is some places that you didn't know or you didn't and couldn't get it, so it's better to watch it again or ask a question, and when I'm available, I'm going to so answer you as soon as possible, because I also in real life I'm busy, and I have a busy job, and that's I'm not really have it too much time. I'm just in the free time. I do recording and try to make some courses because I love making games. So, and I hope I could teach you to also learn something from me. But as I told, if you also didn't get anything, you can try it. You can always add something, for example, set an in bool, and if it doesn't work, the parameter doesn't work, and just remove it and or disable it. So test it to uh, get all the stuff in so Fungos, because it's really nice app, so nice system. It has nice system to adjust everything without writing any code there. And I hope I can see you in my other courses, and wish you the best. See you guys.